Okay, I hit the wrong button. Sorry, Grace. For Grace here. Uh, anyway, so yeah. So different vaccines will give you different responses, but the same effect. They're going to produce different antibodies. Here, let me get this back up on the projector.
It was. I understand,
All right. So, yeah, I lied. I didn't lie. You just interpreted my meaning incorrectly. All right. So back to B cells. Once a B cell becomes activated, it will make a lot of antibodies. At that point, they are called plasma cells because they will go into the bloodstream. They will go into your plasma of your bloodstream. And each of those cells will begin to produce and secrete or release. Secrete's just a fancy way of saying release. Antibody cells. So those antibody cells will go out and attack and do their job. But again, they will not kill anything directly. Shh, guys. We're almost done. There will also be some memory B cells made. Yeah.
Do memory B cells remember the thing forever?
Yeah, that's a good question. Some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them need a boost, and that's like the COVID booster, right? They needed a boost so that I was like, oh yeah, I remember, I'm here. That's what I'm here for. Some will last in a lifetime.
And like, do they remember more than one virus? Or is it just
No, that's a good question too. So each B cell, so you have all these different B cells floating around that are memory cells from every time you've been infected. So they remember all of those. Some of them are better. Some of them are more likely to degrade over time. So it's just kind of specific to the infection. But a lot of them, you can get them once and you never have to get them again. Yeah, Harper.
Wait, so like,
How are they made? Oh, it's magic. It's partly due to the fact that the helper T cells are producing this shape that matches, but there's a whole process to how that shape is made and how it binds that we don't have to get completely into. All right, so those B cells will be made, and they will wait around for a second infection. So this is important because in this case, you have these antibodies. So they say that, you get sick, and then for a while after you get sick, you can't get that sickness, you can't get that illness again. Okay, so if somebody gives you COVID and you get COVID and you get over it, and then another friend you're next to comes down with COVID, you're not going to get it because you have antibodies still floating through your bloodstream. Those memory B cells are there that will activate again, and very, very quickly, if you start to get some COVID, some viral particles in you, those will start to activate, and you'll get the antibodies being produced again and the cytotoxic T cells being produced again. Okay. Questions on that? Nah. That's the humoral response. Okay, that's, again, we're not going in and fighting, but we are marking things for destruction. And that is where I will end.